Hi guys, if you don't know me, my name is Jeff Renner, PDGA number 67313, and this is the first video in a series that's going to have many disc reviews, instructional videos, and in-play action. So today we're going to talk about the full turn passport, and I'm going to start off just by describing the different plastic types it comes in. First one we're going to talk about is Priority. Priority is pretty grippy, has a nice flex to it. I'd say it's similar to like a Champion plastic, but definitely has more give and more flex, and it has a little bit better grip. So it works well on hot days. It really grips well for that, and I use it for a lot of driving. The next type is the Express plastic. I've been playing with this one for 6-7 months, and it hasn't really worn in that much, so it holds up pretty well. The flex is very similar to the Priority plastic, but it maintains its grip a little bit better when it's wet out. So I like to use that when it gets a little moisture on the discs. And the last type we're going to talk about is the ground plastic. And this is what I putt with. The grip is really good. It has kind of like a rubbery feeling on it. Flexibility is similar to, like, I don't know, compared to other discs, I'd say it's like a medium blend. It has a nice grip, but it's not like floppy. So it works really well for long putts. Now that we've talked about the plastics, let's talk about how the Passport flies. And I'm going to cover the Priority and Express as one because I don't notice any difference in stability there. And for me, Passport's just mildly stable. If I throw it on a slight hyzer angle like that, it's just going to go dead straight, which is primarily what I'll be using it for, is straight tunnel shots. But it also works well for controlled hyzers and controlled anhyzers. If you give them just a little angle that way on a hyzer, it's going to go left gradually. If you turn it over a little bit, it'll hold that to the ground. So it's kind of a point and click disc, which is nice. It's useful for a variety of lines. One thing I found out about it is it's really useful for rollers, even up to 400 feet. If I land the disc about like that, it's just going to go slightly left and then slightly right, almost dead straight. So it works really well for those low roller shots up to 400 feet. Now let's talk about the ground plastic. It throws a little different than Priority and Express. Because it's a baseline plastic, it's normally less stable, and that's what this one is. Right out of the box, they're still fairly stable. If you throw them slight hyzer, they're probably going to flip up and go dead straight, and maybe finish just gradually right. So they're really useful for turnover shots. You give the ground plastic a slight turnover angle, it's going to hold that all the way to the ground. It also works really well for putting, which is primarily what I'll be using the ground Passports for. These two white ones are my main putting putters. I don't throw them very often, so I don't wear them out early. This red one is primarily my ground throwing putter right now. But they work really well for long putts, even out to like 60 feet. If you throw them just right at the basket, that's where they go on putts. If you're expecting that hyzer finish, you probably won't get it. It's really floaty and really straight, so just aim at the middle, it'll probably go in. Now that we've talked about how the Passports fly, let's see some in action. I got some nice videos for you of me at Sunset Park. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the videos. To get your passport today, click the link below and use the code FTJEFF, that's FTJEFF, and that'll directly support my tour this year. And stay tuned for some more disc review videos and In the Bag, and throw full turn.